Good morning, YouTube world. My name is Joshua Coates, and your overnight success story, and this is the Baby J Show. Now, today, I'm going to put you on the screen right now, just so that way we can get started with this. I showed them. I mean, look, I thought I was being psychotic with how much I had to do just to prep for this podcast. But I'm so grateful for both of these gentlemen for allowing me to set up, and it took a little bit longer than expected, but I'm so happy right now. And man, okay. So first, we have Kyle, and then we have Mark, and these two incredible men are the Queens of the Creek. So I did not give it as much justice as I needed to, but I wanted to. Yeah, you wanted it just so that way the click didn't happen in the mic. Can you please, whoever wants to talk first, can you please tell me who? Let's go one at a time. Kyle, who are you? And then what do you do? And then Mark, who are you and what do you do? And then you guys can both interject and yell amongst each other about everything else that you guys have. And I want to talk about everything.
Okay. So my name's Kyle.
Hi, Kyle.
My main job, my main background professionally has been in talent acquisition and recruiting. I've been in that industry for 20 years.
Okay.
Now, outside of that, there's a lot of other things that we do and we have and whatnot. One of the things that I think you've seen quite a bit of, or probably the most of on our TikTok, would be our event venue. We rent our house out for weddings, baby showers, birthdays, stuff like that. We did just do our first offsite event ever, and it was a masquerade ball.
Wait, offsite?
Offsite, so
not at your venue.
Correct. Yeah, we got hired to pull together an entire masquerade ball and pull it off.
First, I know this is going to sound obnoxious. If you can talk into the mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then I got you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's sexy. And then, okay, so now, oh man, okay, I'm going. See, I want to jump, and I don't want to jump yet. Okay, so now, Kyle, Mark, shit, Kyle just spoke. Mark, please tell me a little bit about who you are and what do you do.
Well, couple different things. I am a fraction.
Now you talk into the mic too.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I feel like I'm loud. So I'm a fractional CFO. I own several different businesses. I'm a real estate broker. Kyle's actually an agent with my brokerage. I have a few other agents as well. I'm a partner and owner of a pretty big residential drywall company.
This is crazy.
We also own an assisted living in Iowa. We're actually flying out on Sunday to go see.
For a week.
Yeah.
And I kind of heard a little bit about that before the podcast, and we had I was very grateful to have had a FaceTime with both of you, and I mean that story in and of itself is incredible. So let's scroll back here now.
Okay.
Remember what I said on the FaceTime is because you told me a little bit about this backstory, but I wanted this on camera, and I'm like, shut up, so that way you can remember this, and you said you would remember all of it. So, please, whoever wants to start, actually, no, I want you, Mark, to start, because I think, yeah, please, from where. You're gonna have to backtrack on the conversation that we had on the FaceTime.
Yeah.
Okay.
Started our trip to Iowa.
Wait, that's where you want it to start?
You know what? You can go further back. You can go all the way.
Okay, well, let's do this part first of who Kyle and I are and how we met and why we got there.
There, perfect.
So Kyle and I both, we met 5.5 years ago. We have
Put it
3 kids.
Right there you go.
Okay, I feel
There we go.
inappropriate.
Look at me. It's a microphone. Jeez. Okay.
So we have 3 kids. Kyle has those 3 kids with his ex-wife, and we're this kind of odd but incredible, fun dynamic with his ex-wife, her husband, and then our 3 kids. And we, they have a venue too. We're all just kind of like crazy. We're good.
But you have a great relationship,
Amazing relationship.
which is wild.
We all went on vacation last summer together.
Literally rented a houseboat, and the 3 kids and the 4 parental units all together. We couldn't get off the boat. Like, it could have been a very awkward, uncomfortable situation. That's not who we are. The 4 of us are like,
Before we like jump back to both of you, do you know how like you have cultivated that kind of beautiful relationship? Like, can you put a like a pin on what that is that you did to create that?
effort. Like on all 4 of us, it's effort. We want to do it for the kids. We're all about family. All 4 of us are about family, and so it's like, what's best for the kids? What's best for us as couples and parents? And so we were very much about effort. Like, what works for you? What works for us? How are we going to do this for the kids and put forth an equal amount of effort to prove to the kids that just because you're not together anymore doesn't mean you hate each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was like a big thing. They put forth a ton of effort. We put forth a ton of effort, and it works. And you got to let a lot of the emotion go from a divorce. Like, that's a whole thing.
Thankfully, I have never experienced that. So I'm not going to say that I understand, but I can empathize. Okay, so let's go back. Who both of you are, and how amazing all of these things are coming together for both of you.
You go.
I think big picture, a lot of this I attribute to meeting Mark and watching him and kind of where he was at in his life and where he was headed, and me going like, hey, wait, I want to catch up. I want to do that too. Multiple sources of income is something that's very important. A lot of people, you just get a job and you work for the man and, and that's it. But there are other things that you can do to kind of take ownership of, your time and invest it in other areas, yourself and growing either yourself, your brand, things like that.
Yeah.
Which is how we ended up with so many different side hustles. We have real estate, our normal jobs, the assisted living, the event business. Mark owns a handful of other companies.
It's just incredible. Like, it really is incredible, like, what you are doing. Like, sorry, I'm jumping in, but, like, I'm only beginning my career of helping the community. And you two have been doing this for how many years? Like, with all of the different businesses and side hustles, you call it.
Together, it's been 5.5 years that we like jumped in with both feet, which neither one of us were ready to do, but we did it and kind of rock at it. I'm not gonna lie.
Don't lie.
Like, it's actually really fun. A lot of people for sure think like,
Put it closer to your mouth.
damn. So a lot of people think though that owning businesses is luxury and it's blah, blah, blah. But nobody ever talks about how hard all of it is. It affects your relationship. It affects your emotions. It affects your financial everything. And you're up and you're down and you're up and you're down. Most people only talk about like the good parts of it all. No, it's not always pretty. It's awful sometimes, to be honest.
Literally last week, right before the masquerade ball started, we had this big red carpet entrance that was a glitter red carpet, like sequence. And we were out there, it's 100 something degrees. We were out there on our hands and knees with wet cloths wiping it down because people had walked on it. We needed it clean for when the guests arrived, you know. Everyone's like, oh, you guys get to go to parties and have a great time. And it's like, there's a lot of work and effort. And I think that that's one thing that not only we demonstrate for the kids, but their mom and her husband, like they're the same as us. Like they both work extremely hard, different sources of income. The common thread, though, I think between all of our different pieces, whether it's real estate, assisted living, or the events, we're always looking for ways to give back to the community
Yeah.
and to help people out. You know, our assisted living, for example, our competition in town charges $12,500 a month for what we charge $5,500 for, and people are
Or
like,
less.
yeah, and people are like, you could charge so much more, and it's like, yeah, but why?
But why? Yeah.
We
We're
don't
not
need
here to rip off the American public. We're here to like
Actually
support.
help the American
Yeah.
public.
Yeah. Same with real estate. Like a lot of times we'll help people sell their house, and we'll, instead of charging them to sell it, we'll say like, well, if you're using us, we already know you're using us to buy your next house. Like we'll keep that money, keep that money. We're not going to charge you to sell your house, but we'll make what we need to make on the next transaction. That's fine.
So, okay. So from what it sounds like is you two are too good to be true. So, but yeah, but like, think of it like it's you who's like, look, you're the ones who are talking, right? So it's like, this is normal for you. Mm-hmm. But everyone else is looking at you like, well, what's the catch? Like, and so I want to go deep here and I want to like understand. So like with, it was bothering me. So where did this come from? Where did this desire to help others come from? Did you always have it? Did you two always have it? Did you like, what, was there a moment? Was there something that like you really wanted, like, did you need to prove it to yourself? Like, what was the thing? Like, or like when you came out the womb, were you this person?
So my mom, who's about as tall as this table, she's so cute.
The table's 4'2", by the way. So
Yeah,
She's
like,
not much taller.
Yeah, she really isn't. She looks like she belongs on a spaghetti bottle. I just love her.
oh,
I know. So she is the epitome of service and kindness and always has. And I'm one of 10 kids. And my mom didn't just raise us. She was helping the community. My grandparents were the same. So I grew up just service is what you're supposed to do. Like it's what I love. I thrive on it. I probably do more than I should. And there are times when it's rough, like, because people learn to expect it from me. And that's when I'm like, no. Don't expect anything like that. For me, I do it out of the kindness of my heart, but don't expect my kindness for weakness. So long story gone even longer, I just was raised that way. And I grew up around a lot of elderly people that needed support, needed help. And I have always loved the elderly. And so part of that is why I wanted to do an assisted living. I think the system is broken. I would do anything to fix it. So what I have to do is try to support the community and help people in need. And one of the things that I was taught fairly early on was success is not necessarily measured by the amount of money you make. It is about how much the community supports you and you support the community. And when you do that, it's like, my gosh, the money comes. Like, it's always going to be there. There's always kinds of support. And if you focus on money, and money is always everything that you want, well, that's all you're focusing on, and that's the wrong focus. In my mind, it's about doing service, doing like supporting, being kind, being fair. And there are some times when you definitely get screwed. But at the same time, there are a lot more times where it's just so much more beneficial. Like the way I feel when I give service is way better and it's way more often than me getting screwed. You know what I mean? So that's where I came from.
I loved how you said that because I've never thought of it like that. And regardless of all of the success books or the personal development books, I've never heard it said like that. Can you say it again? You said it's like success is not measured in money; it's measured in
Like what the community, how the community supports you and you support the community, because all of that is what brings additional sources of income. Your need by the community and want from the community. Like you'll always have everything that you need and want when you have a community. And maybe that's part of my upbringing in the church and all of that stuff. I don't know, but as a whole, that's where my heart is. So
I think the other part too for me is we were both raised without very much. Like everything that we have, we had to work very hard for. There was no handouts or anything like that when we were young. And
I feel that.
yeah, and we've worked extremely hard to get to where we're at. Now we're at a point too where, we're lucky enough to even have a backyard that's nice enough that people
Want to rent it.
yeah, and they're just thrilled to have their wedding in there. And like Mark said, it's like we're not trying to rip off the American people. And so multiple of our clients have said, you guys aren't charging enough. And I'm like, we're charging enough. Like, it's fine. And like Mark said, it always comes back in a different way. Mm-hmm. We have met thousands of people by doing events at our home. Mm-hmm. And, we're always the bartenders. So, we're a BYOB facility. We're the guys giving out the free booze, so everyone automatically likes us. And we're a good time. But
we are a good time.
I believe you.
Yeah. We've met so many people, though, that are like, what do you guys do? And, we talk to them, and we're like, oh, and we do real estate. And they're like, oh, my gosh, I'm going to sell my house next year. I'm totally going to call you guys. And you're just making those types of connections.
Yeah. Okay, so this is definitely not the typical kind of podcast that I do. So we're gonna jump around a little bit. I want to talk, Mark. I want to talk about. Well, now I gotta go Kyle and Mark to etch it into my brain. So we talked on the phone about, and we're not going to say the people that we know or anything like that, but I want to go back into, for both of you, but I want to start with Mark first. You, just like how Kyle just said, you guys didn't have this forever. Like, you didn't start out with this. So what I want to do is, like, I want to ask, how did it start? And you can talk about, you can say whatever you want. You cannot say whatever you want. You know what I mean? But I really want to know, where was your mindset? Where were you financially? Because I remember going to sleep and going to events and sleeping on the couch or the floor of a hotel room or something. So like I know what that feels like, but I want to know from you, where were you? What was your mentality? Where was your bank account? and then give me like the real honest, like, and for both of you, but like give me what actually happened that like helped you to like get to that next level, because it's fucking hard.
It is hard.
So like, how did you push that boulder up the hill?
Okay, that's kind of a loaded question, but I'm going to do it kind of on a fast version.
Okay.
So
yeah, we only have 2 hours, so like, go ahead.
So, like growing up where I grew up, my parents also were very like, hey, you can have what you can afford, not what we can afford. We are going to provide what is necessary, but you need to learn the value of hard work, effort, all of those things. So all of my siblings, we all work very hard. We all do lots of different things. But once I got to the point of finally coming out, and that was hard on part of my family, and I was around a lot of people that were supportive of me, loving of me, people that took chances because they knew I already put forth a lot of effort. I want to show and prove my worth. These people taking chances on me literally made a huge impact in my life. And I ended up getting into a relationship where he had done a lot of personal development. And so he was like, hey, I want you to go to this class. So I go to this class, and it's amazing. Mm-hmm. So I go there and I do the first class. I do the second class. Going into the second class, I meet these incredible business owners that were like, hey, you need to come and work with us. Like, just even watching you and hearing you, I want you to come work with us. So I did. And then I go and I do this 90-day goal setters game. And this was all like market was going up, down, blah, blah, blah. It was crazy. Everyone was struggling. Well, during my 90-day goal setters class, there were some coaches in there that were like, we want you. We want you to come and work with us and our team. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay. I have no idea what they do for work at all. I'm like completely blindsided.
At that moment.
Yeah. Other people would have been starstruck by them. I, however, was not, because I knew nothing of it. I was oblivious.
Which, in my opinion, is the better way to go about certain things.
Yeah. So I go home that night and I explain, these people want me to come and work with them. And at the time, who I was with was like, shut up. Do you know who they are? And I'm like, no. I have no idea. Like, I've never heard their names before, other than the fact that they're coaches and they're pushing me towards my goals. And so that's what I did. And then pretty soon, the president and CEO of the main parent company was like, oh no, I want him. So then I end up going to work with her, yeah.
So everybody seems to just be like recruiting you. Like, it's like, oh, like the general public gets to see you, and then they're like, oh, I like you. And then the leadership in that role, then they see you and they're like, oh shit, I like you. No, come with us. And so it just kept going.
And that's
until
truly,
the CEO or whatever.
Yeah. And that's truly been most of how that all started. Well, it was all in personal development. Mm-hmm. So I had consistent weekly coaching by these people that were coaching all over the world.
Yeah.
And a lot of it was creating your own economy, having multiple sources of income.
Sounds like a Tony Robbins kind of thing, like
for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
But with that, I lived a very different life. I was traveling all over the place and living in California, and gosh, it was a great life. But then pretty soon I realized I'm still doing for somebody else, and my own goals were not being met. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to be done. And so moved back here to Arizona, lived another life. I literally have multiple lives. And then...
Not personalities, lives.
Correct.
Okay.
There might be a couple personalities.
No comment.
Anyway.
I'm a space cadet, like I really am. I'm a visionary. I am impulsive. I am excited about all the ideas. Can I make them all happen? Yes, with help.
I love that. Excuse me. In that answer, I can see the maturity and the growth. I haven't seen you before then, but I understand from my own experience that with help,
yes,
is anyway.
Well, and once you realize that you need help and you're willing to accept help, you things change. Things change when you learn to be teachable and you are willing to accept help of other people. And especially when you're giving back, like that's part of the whole thing too, is you're giving back to all these people and then they realize, holy crap, I want that in my life too. And without expectation, these people, like, they become sharks in your tank, right? I have a lot of sharks in my tank, but they always keep me afloat. They are just ready to bite me as soon as I feel like I'm starting to sink. They're like, no, pitch, get back up there, swim harder, do it better. And I'm like, you're right. I'm doing it.
When you said that, excuse me, I forgot to take my allergy medicine before this. It's fine. When you said that the shark part, I thought you were going to go a different route with that, like the shark. But it sounds like the sharks are your support system.
They really are.
Okay. Because like I thought the shark was going to be like biting you, like
Wanting
slowly.
a piece.
Yeah.
It keeps you above water is what they are. These sharks that are in your tank will keep you above water because you do not want to sink. A shark will let you, or like, if they're not going to keep you above water, you're going to sink.
It's an interesting way of putting it, though, because I don't think I've ever thought of it like that.
Yeah, sharks in your tank. That's what you got to have.
Okay. Okay, Kyle.
I've never heard that either.
Really? It's a testament of what motivates him. Mm-hmm. Because for me, it's totally different. I need my love language is not my acts of service. Well, that too, and like I said, I wanted to cry. For everybody who doesn't know, because they don't know, because we're doing this live and recording it now. Both Kyle and Mark, I'm putting both of you together. They saw my TikTok about the things that I wanted for my birthday, and Mark is literally holding the gift that they got me, and I'm so forever grateful. And it was a stressful. Just it's 7:13 p.m. and this is for me to remember later. And it was a stressful night, and it still is going to be a stressful night after we get done with this podcast, because we got some personal things that I got to take care of. But I'm so grateful for that. That was like the sweetest thing ever. Both of you, seriously, thank you. But what I was getting at is not acts of a kindness, but words of affirmation. And that's what I need. And so in my fish tank, I've got I don't even know what to describe the kind of fish that I need in my tank to give me angel fish. I don't know.
You got cute little Nemos.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
literally what I...
No, they're dory fish. They're just keep swimming.
Thank you. That I have dory fish in there. I don't have the shark. So it's just interesting. It's like a testament of what motivates you, Mark, and then what motivates me. It's like two totally different things, but we still want to help the community. So I just found that interesting, because I'd never heard that before. Having shark, but hey, there are some people who need the bites on the freaking on the ankles or and it sounds like you.
Oh yeah,
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, now Kyle. So okay, the question. If I could, I don't even know if I can say it verbatim, but basically, how did you become this person that you are today? That then was able to find somebody like Mark and flourish in this beautiful way where now you have multiple businesses and venues and now you're doing everything. And that was a lot, so I know.
Yeah, no.
Take your time.
I've always pushed myself to be very good at whatever it is that I'm doing. Even as a kid, I was always the top of my class and all of that. I graduated for a class of 900 in Chandler, and I graduated third out of the class.
I bet. Yeah.
Very involved in school, but a huge social calendar, all of that. I work very hard, but I feel like I have a pretty well balanced.
We're just making noises. I'm so sorry. We're friends, so we're friends at this point.
Yeah.
So I've always had that mentality of like working really hard because the only person that was going to make me successful was me.
Yeah.
And then, and I had done that. I'd carved out a good career, a very successful career and all of that. And then I met Mark, and I think I kind of like absorbed some of his, mentality. And I watched him, because there was times in the beginning that I'm like, why are you doing that for free? Like, nobody works for free.
It's so true. Oh my God, dude. I cannot wait. Sorry, keep going, please.
So I watched it, and at first it maybe didn't make sense, but I'm like, well, it's your life, your business, you know, you do you. But I watched how things came back to him in different ways. And I was like, oh, okay, like I get it now. His support system is incredible, and they all do for each other and whatnot. He and I complement each other very well. Like, we work together in business great. He's very much the visionary in a lot of the sense. I'm the executor, I'm the details guy. Mark will say, I want this. And I'm like, okay, do you have any idea what it's going to take to get us to that? And he's like, just,
nope.
It'll be easy.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Just make it happen.
So then I'm like, okay, we need to come up with a plan on how the hell we're going to make that happen. And then I'll bounce ideas off of him and back and forth, Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes I have visions too. And he's like, okay, well, how are we going to do that?
And you're like, don't do that to me.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm helping you. If I have a vision, you bring it back. Come on, help me.
Just do it.
And, I think a big part of it too, with like the weddings and all of that. And I do want to tell you how we fell into doing that. It's a
100%.
funny story, but to finish this thought, like, one of the things, I went to a networking event, and this lady I was chatting with goes, what do you do for a living? And I was like, well, I do a lot of different things. And she was like, same. And I said, I'm in talent acquisition. We own an event business. We own an assisted living and do real estate. And she goes, well, what kind of event business? And I said, well, we rent our backyard out and we host weddings and all of that. And she goes, is that a big market? And I said, well, there's a market for it. It's not not everybody's doing it for sure, but it serves a niche purpose for sure. And she goes, and then she starts telling me about one of her good friends. Her daughter got married at this house, and it was this wedding. It was so beautiful, and she ranted and raved about the service that these people delivered for her. She goes, it was the most, I saw pictures. She goes, it was so stunning. Everyone was dressed in all black. The bride was in white.
Oh, wow.
And she was like, she just ranted and raved. She's been to really expensive weddings. And she said this was the nicest wedding she's ever been to. And the guys that owned the place, they killed it. And I all of a sudden I'm scrolling through. I was like, when was this wedding?
No
and
way.
She was like, it was in November.
No.
And I scrolled and I said, hold on, is this your? And yeah, and it was.
It was your venue, the wedding. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just her friend's daughter. She wasn't at the wedding.
Yeah.
And oh my God.
Funny, she immediately said, she goes, honey, you tell me what type of referrals, introductions you need. I know how hard you work because of what I've heard, and I'll give you anything that you need. That's the whole, it comes full circle,
Holy shit.
Yeah.
It's part of why you do forward, you support, I don't overanalyze.
Put it.
Oh my gosh.
Well, now I can hear you.
I'm just kidding.
It's fine. No, I don't care.
Closer. I'm just kidding.
Well, now you've sat up. Sit down a little bit more now.
Well, my back hurts. I'm old.
Now okay. Well, now I gotta fix the
I'm
rest of the
just kidding.
cameras.
I'm kidding. I'm sitting back. Okay.
Well, no, sit up. It's fine.
No, it's fine. I'll scoop my butt back. Oh, I was already back.
Okay. Please keep going.
So again, that's an exact testament of why we do what we do is we're willing to put forth the work and the effort and all of that. So it comes back. Wait, but we need to go into why we did this.
Yes.
So I'm going to tell the first part. Actually, I should tell the second part. You tell the first part.
Okay, how we got into doing events by accident? Okay.
Yes, please.
So one of Mark's friends had called us and said, "Hey, my daughter's getting married, and we need a place where we can do something inexpensive. You guys have a beautiful backyard. You guys throw like the most epic Christmas parties I've ever been to. So I know that if we need help, you guys would be able to help with that. We have tables and chairs we can borrow from the church." And we're like, "Yeah, absolutely." And she's like, "I just don't want it to feel cheap." And we were like, "Well, we can help. Like, we can help pull a look together and all of that." And she goes, "Well, here's the other thing. My daughter's never been to a wedding, and neither have I. So we have no." Yeah, she was like 50
What?
years old. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Had never been to a wedding, and so Mark and I were like, "Well, listen, this will be our gift to them.
No.
We'll coordinate the whole thing. Let us go. Like, we'll find some like decor stuff that we can use. Like, we host family stuff all the time, like Easter. Like, we can reuse decor. And he has a huge family, so we're like, we'll buy chafing dishes so that way we can have a buffet and whatnot." So we pull this whole look together, and we were bound and determined, like, we're gonna make this like a first class wedding on like beer budget, and like that's fine. And
This is so cute.
we coordinated the whole thing. It was 110 people attended the wedding. We decorated the bar. Like people that showed up had no idea it was our first wedding. People were coming up to us.
I bet.
Oh yeah, people were coming up to us and they were like, "This is beautiful. I cannot believe you guys live here. Like this, like it's just like so well oiled and all of that." And of course, just like 99% of what we do, we don't know what the hell we're doing. Like we just know like how we would
just
want
do
it,
it.
so we just do it. And so while this is going on, though, like up until this point, I kind of.
Yeah.
Anyways, at the same time, Mark and I, on a whim, we had talked about, he's always wanted to do an assisted living, but
Okay.
we're in the car on the way to Sky Harbor
And this is before the wedding.
before the wedding. So like these stories converge. though.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think you said that on the phone call. So yeah, no. This is new for me.
This is why we left it new, because we wanted
Okay.
there to be
Yeah.
something funny for you.
Oh
'cause
no,
you'll
for
die
sure,
laughing.
No. I'm here.
So hold on. So I kind of jumped ahead. So we were in the car on the way to Sky Harbor. Remember, like I had said, I was like, I kind of want to like absorb some of what he's doing, the multiple sources of income.
Yeah.
And we were chatting, and I said, I think I'd like to, for us to talk about doing a business together. And he goes, yes, like I think that's a great idea. I'd love if we did an assisted living. I've been looking into them, but they're so expensive here in Arizona. But you know what? Let's just go. We're going to have a nice weekend away visiting his friend that had moved out of state. We'll talk about this when we come home. And I was like, cool.
Yeah.
We landed there at midnight 30, or got to her house at midnight 30.
We landed at midnight.
Yeah, and then got to her house, went to bed, get up in the morning. I'm starving, and I'm like, okay, we need to like go get some food. He's like, we'll get in the shower, and then we'll go. And so I'm like, cool. So I get out of the shower 15 minutes later, and I can hear him talking, and he's so excited. And and I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, well, I'm looking at the houses here, and like, Kyle, they're free. Like, they're so cheap. Like, you can buy a house for $40,000. And I'm like, yeah, I know. They're very inexpensive. And he goes,
And what part were you in?
Iowa.
Atumwa.
Okay.
And all this, and so he goes, he's like, they're cheap. And then I see something that's more expensive. So I click on it, and it's a whole entire hotel. And I said, oh, like when I said I wanted to do a business with you, it wasn't to own a Days Inn in the middle of Iowa. Like, that's not on my bucket list. And he goes, no, for the assisted living. And I was like, oh, like I understand what you're saying now. Like I get where your thought's going, but we don't know anything about assisted livings, much less in Iowa. And he goes, you missed everything when you were in the shower.
And mind you, I think this is the only part of the story that I know. The shower was like 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was
Right?
like super.
It was like 5 to 7 minutes,
fast.
and whatever. And he's saying like, you missed everything. The shower. Like,
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
It was like. Anyway, sorry.
I was
keep going.
gone for a moment, and so
Yeah.
then he goes. Her sister or her cousin that lives in town. She's an RN and has been running assisted livings for a long time. She's unhappy with the industry and how it's run and all of that. So we end up going in the car, going to meet her. 246. We end up buying a hotel. By the end of that day, Mark had formed an LLC, all of this stuff. And we come home and we're like, people are going to think we're batshit. Like, we went on a weekend getaway and bought a hotel. And
yeah, but then Mark looks at you and you're like, they already think we're bad shit. So
yeah,
what's
it's
the point?
fine. Yeah.
Everybody thinks I am.
So we come back, and from here, and we're flying back and forth, we got 25,000 square feet where we get the building ready, and now we have to have our staff up and ready to go too. So we end up hiring people when we think that our license should be coming. Our mortgage kicks in. So now we're paying a mortgage on it, and we're paying staff to sit there and like kind of wait for us to be able to open. And, you know, money's just going out the door every month.
Wait, for how long? Like, what was the time frame? Put it closer to your mouth, I swear to God. I don't care what it looks like. I want to hear you.
It was some time.
Okay.
Like, by the time they got everything when we could have opened to when we actually first were able to open the small part of what we were doing was literally 6 months. And so...
But 6 months of a mortgage and a full staff on payroll, it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
Because, well, the
you know,
state...
I'm not going to say the price. It's just, that's a lot, yeah.
Well, and the state is like, okay, we're getting close. We're getting close. We're getting close.
For the license.
Yeah. Nobody's getting close. So long story gone even longer. Kyle's like, I am stressing out. I can't, like...
He comes home, and I'm standing at the kitchen sink, and he goes, what's the matter? And I'm like, I'm so fucking stressed about money right now. And he looks at me.
And I say, well, now that you say that, I've been thinking I'm going to go celibate. And he's like, how is that going to fix the problem? And I go, I'm going to go sell a bit of this ass on the street corner. I'll handle it. I'll do what I got to do.
I was not expecting that.
Yeah.
He, needless to say, was not going to let me do that, which is also fine.
So I said, we're not that desperate yet. So then the wedding we had already agreed to happens like within a week or two of all of this. All of a sudden we have people coming up to us at the bar and they're going, oh my God, this is amazing. What do you guys charge? The first people that came up, I was like, oh, no. They're just friends. Like, we're just doing this as a gift. We had the second, third, fourth, and fifth person come up to us at that wedding, and they're like, this is beautiful. I want this for my wedding, blah, blah, blah. Can we? And I was like, let me get your contact info. We'll talk separately. Like, we're working right now.
Yeah.
But we'll talk, and, you know, and then all of a sudden I was like, Mark, we can pimp the house out instead of you.
How nice of him.
Yeah.
So
He's like, but I wanted to. Like, no, it was a joke.
No.
It was a joke. Jesus Christ.
I'm a cleanie beanie.
if one of us had to, it would be me 100%.
Wow. I was not.
Yeah, he doesn't have it in him. I do.
I'm a cleanie beanie. I'm not a dirty birdie.
I'm with Kyle.
Have at it, boys.
I'm a visionary. What the fuck are you talking about?
Bro, same.
I envision. No, I'm just kidding. Like, we're not gonna go. Okay, so. Okay, so sorry. Yeah, ADHD. So one person after another. So then. So
we had interest. This wedding was in November, and I told him, I was like, I bet we can make a business out of this. And I had a decision. We talked about it. And I ended up doing a consultation with Wedding Wire, and you pay a lot of money, $800 or $900 a month, to advertise your venue on their platform.
I've never heard of this before.
And so it goes on The Knot and
Wedding
Wire. And so I'm like, are we going to do this? Because again, we have money hemorrhaging out the door. So spending an additional $900 a month just for funsies isn't, unless
No, it's not fun.
Yeah.
Z's. It's not even fun yun. It's not, it's no type, it's not F or U or it's very F, but very FU.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just kind of.
It was scary. And we were like, let's just do it. And we made an Instagram for the house. We started posting pictures, and all of a sudden we started getting, interest, and
Wow.
we started booking up weddings, and we priced it the same way that we do with assisted living, which was we need to get some money coming in. We realize it's in our backyard. We're not some fancy venue. And so we priced it accordingly. And That's where that came from.
That's incredible. Oh my God. Where? I have so many questions. Okay, so let me see where if I can collect all my thoughts. If I had I would put the brief intermission sound effect right there. What I want to, okay, so there's like ADHD. There's like 7 different ways that I want to go about this, and I don't want to keep you all night. But what I want to do is I want to ask both of you, like, what you just said, what we started out with. It sounds really good. Everything that you just said sounds really good. Like you two are, you have an assisted living, you're doing real estate, you're pimping out your house to be a venue. But what does that really look like? Because like on one side, the visionary over here is, no, I'm not going to say that you're not crying in the kitchen and you're not, but you could be incredibly happy and incredibly like motivated and have like all of these like beautiful thoughts and then Kyle over here is just like, what the fuck is happening right now? So like tell me like what it really looked like. Like how did you navigate that? Whether that's with as a relationship, whether that's in like a tactical business, like what did that look like? Because I think I know what your answer is. You're like, well, I just wished it into being. And not necessarily, but you know what I mean?
To be completely honest, therapy.
Oh.
Therapy did a lot for us. And that was us
I was not
wanting,
expecting that.
We did that preemptively. Going into business together with somebody that you're with, that like romantically, it's going to add another layer. So we didn't have a reason to do it, but we did it. And it's helped just communication in general.
Who instigated that? Like, hey, we're gonna go into business together. We need to do therapy, and how did that conversation go?
I did.
Yeah, so I'm putting them.
I know. I just saw that. We both saw that, right? Yeah. That was beautiful. I'm very proud of you.
So
keep going.
The funny thing is I've not done a lot of therapy. I did personal development. It wasn't about just therapy.
Yeah.
So long story gone even longer, Kyle's like, well, I think we should do therapy so that we know how to handle and decipher different situations. Was it easy?
It's so smart.
Well, it was brilliant. And the thing was,
he's like, yeah, you're welcome.
It still wasn't easy. Even with therapy, we had our struggles. We went through ups, downs. There were a lot of emotions that happened. It has not been perfect, and I will never claim that how hard we've worked to get to where we are. I'm not going to say it was an easy process.
What was one of the because man, I can relate in the fact that so Danae, girlfriend Danae, she and I whenever I started my media agency, it exploded. We were doing the Super Bowl whenever it was here. We were like it was crazy, and so I ended up putting her as the COO, and and then I got another, you know what I mean? So but we didn't do therapy. We didn't do we didn't have those kinds of conversations. And so it definitely was challenging and it was hard. So then what were the, and you don't have to go, I don't want to, hear, all the crazy shit, but I want to know, what were the things that you were how do I say this? The things that you were really struggling with, together.
Some of our pain points.
Yeah.
So Kyle and I do really well. The problem is he sees things one way and I see things one way. He is a executor. We go by the way of the whatever.
Yeah.
I'm visionary. My vision is, this is how we need to do it. This is how I want it to run, be, whatever. He's also yes, but within reason, because you can't do it like that. And I'm like, no, I don't care. This is how it has to be. And he also is like, no, I don't care. It has to be this way. So those were our main things, right? Like he has an idea of how it needs to be. I have an idea of how it needs to be. And they weren't always coinciding. But part of therapy was learning like how to discuss with each other.
And
like,
tell me, I want the tactical. How did you guys learn how to talk to each other? Because like for the audience, like there are people. Oh no, what did I do there? There are people out there who are going to listen to this and they're going to see this clip and they're gonna be like, oh, dude, I have somebody who I want to. Like, I love this person, but I want to start a business. Or I want to do this.
Yeah.
So then, like, what was the tactical thing that you did? Because I think you said Space Odyssey or whatever you said.
Space Cadet.
Like, I'm assuming that means, like, you're out there.
Oh no, like in my head,
Yeah.
I'm hearing like doo 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 doo. Like it really happens.
Well, good for you, because I don't hear anything, and I'm the visionary. So, like, I wish I heard something. But like, what was that tactical? And you talk to me.
The one thing that we've learned the most is that no matter what happens, whatever the situation or the scenario is, if we're frustrated by it or we're stressed by it, it's not me against him or him against me. It's us against the problem. In the second that you make it
That was
us
good.
against each other, you know, like we're a team, and as long as we remain a team, we can have differences of opinion. We don't have to agree on everything, which is where compromise comes in. And you know, and you keep that kind of in the forefront. And like Mark alluded to, there was times that were extremely stressful. There were months that on the weekends, like in 1 month, we would have 2 or 3 weddings, and then the other weekend that we didn't have anything, we were up in Iowa working. And we burnt ourselves out. And so
Horribly.
then it's like, okay, we've already agreed to doing, you know, these events and whatnot. It's like, and we regrouped. Like we actually got really close to stopping those at one point just to give ourselves a little bit more time. We tried to stop. That lasted only a few months, and we were like, well, we miss doing them. So we sat down and we laid out new criteria of we're only doing at most 2 events a month, no matter what. We lowered the guest count. You know, it's just less work on us. Like doing a 150 person wedding is a lot. A 100-person wedding is a lot. Doing a 30 or 50-person wedding, it's a lot more manageable.
I mean, that's like literally the size of my immediate family. So I'm like, that's cake.
The 35?
50.
Oh, 50.
Yeah.
I'm one of 10 kids.
And then they have spouses and children, and yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I know it's my favorite.
That's crazy.
So having 50 people at our house is like normal.
Normal. Yeah.
So those were definitely like he said, deciding that no matter what, we are together. Like we are going to make this work. It's not I'm against you, you're against me. It is us against the problem. So once we got to that point, things started running smoother. I went through my own stuff, realizing like sometimes you have to look inward at what you're doing to create some of those issues. So I looked inward. He's been looking inward. And for me, it was like, I see where I play a part and what drives you crazy. And as our son told me the other day, because I love to scare people, like I love it. I hate to be scared, but I love to scare everybody.
This is fun.
And so I scared Kyle the other day. I'm in the laundry room and he walks down our hall and I scare him and he's like, "What's wrong with you?" And I'm like, "What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?" And the boys are in the kitchen. And as I walk up, I can hear him going, "Can you hear him?" As he's telling the boys, "Can you hear him? He's mocking me, blah, blah, blah." Our youngest goes, "You're a rage baiter." And I'm like, I totally am.
That's horrible. I mean, I love it, but that's horrible.
I love scaring people.
Yeah.
Makes my heart happy.
So, you know, excuse me. I I want to talk about the business part, but then I also want to talk about your relationship. So like where am I? Where do you want to go? Because like because like the the visionary integrator part is really interesting to me because of my dynamic being a visionary, and but then also like learning that like I had to change my mentality, because if I wanted to grow a community, I can't be the asshole who thinks that like, even though I do think that everything should be the way that I see it in my head, I have to learn how to communicate a different way in order to make these visions come true. You see what you know what I mean?
100%.
So it's like, even I'm delusional. I know I'm delusional. But I had to change the way that I was communicating to people because they're only looking at me like I'm a psycho. And it's okay that I'm a psycho. But I need to be okay with me being a psycho. They don't need that. They have their own problems. Mm-hmm. And if I can't convey what I see in here, and to be honest with you, like it's and I'm looking at you because like it's so hard for me to like communicate to an integrator and say like, hey, like, dude, Excel, do you do well with Excel?
Better than I should, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's just one example. I can't figure out how to make a fucking chart.
Bro, same.
Okay.
I read them. I don't create
Fractional
them.
CFO, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah.
And so like, that's why I'm like curious because like there's so many dynamics here, right? Like on one end, I want to talk about all of the different businesses because like, yes, because there's I'm like, where do I put my hand so I don't hit the fucking mic?
Do you need to hold this one?
I would love to, but yes,
I'm kidding.
and I will here soon, and later on in the next podcast, you're going to watch me do that. Actually, you are coming on the 22nd, right?
Yes.
Yes, so you will watch me hold that, and I'm going to shout you out so fucking hard, and dude, because oh my god, I'm so happy. Anyway, damn it, what was I saying? I was saying that like multiple sources of income. Mm-hmm. Like you guys have done it for yourselves. You have developed a system in which you as a unit, as a family have created this multiple sources of income that you then now are able to help the community and reduce prices to things that people actually need, and you're not killing them with you're not gouging them, not killing them, gouging them on the prices because you don't need to because you have multiple sources of income. That's one part that I want to talk about. The next part I want to talk about is the family dynamic in how you have children, right?
Yeah.
Before you guys were together.
Yes.
And then you have children before you guys were together.
No.
Oh.
Our children are 100%
Oh, okay.
his.
Yeah. See, thank you.
But they're really my babies.
And I love that for all of us here. Like that is the door, and you should.
I do.
Like, and if you didn't have that, then this wouldn't work.
Right.
So that's the other part that I want to talk about, which is like the family dynamic. Because again, I thought you had children, but like now that I know that it's you, your children, and now you guys are a family.
Yeah.
Adorable, fucking adorable. So how does that work, right? and then the motivation, not motivational speaking, the personal development and like how that developed for you. So like you see how like now we just started. Damn it. So realistically, and this is just like, and obviously we're live right now, but I also like I'm here. We're an hour in. How much time do you actually have?
What time is it?
It's 7:45 p.m.
Well, here's the beef. We do have the kids, and they're at home.
Okay.
Of course, the children are fine being at home alone.
No, but you don't.
They're old enough, but we don't. We love our time with our kids.
Understood. So how about we do? I'm gonna do a commercial break.
Okay.
And we will now. Here's the thing. While I'm talking, I'm gonna turn off that I'm going to turn off your mic because I can see that it's still on. You're supposed to do that before we do this, but I just got the mic. So now that I did that, I'm going to go to commercial break and we will talk about that right.
This episode is brought to you by 5 Flash Media.
Hey, don't you have an event coming up that you need live video production for?
I think I do. Who should I call?
You should probably call 5 Flash Media, and you can reach them on all social medias at 5 Flash Media.
Okay, I'm going to do that because I heard that they're the best at everything. Anything video. Video, photography, mobile podcasting. I mean, who's doing our show right now?
5 Flash Media.
This episode is brought to you by 5 Flash Media.
Hey, don't you have an event coming up that you need live video production for?
I think I do. Who should I call?
You should probably call 5 Flash Media, and you can reach them on all social medias at 5 Flash Media.
Okay, I'm going to do that because I heard that they're the best at everything. Anything video. Video, photography, mobile podcasting. I mean, who's doing our show right now?
5 Flash Media.
Go to 5 Flash Media on all platforms.
Go. All right. Now that I know what we can talk about, because I wouldn't have known if it, you know what I mean, like if we wouldn't have like been able to have this literal hour to like dissect and learn. So now that we have thank you 5 Flash Media for sponsoring I'm not even going to go into that. We don't have time for that because I'm supposed to plug myself, but I already plugged myself with the 5 Flash Media ad. I want to talk about the family dynamic. Okay. There's so many, like, now I don't know how to start this, so I'm gonna ask either of you to start this because I don't know where we can. There's so many parts to this family dynamic part, right?
Yeah.
So, like how old the kids are, how the relationship was before, like the parenting styles, like how it is now, like. So I'm gonna shut up. Please talk to me.
Okay.
Kyle.
So the kids now are 18, 13, and 10. The 10 and 13-year-old aren't too far away from turning another year older.
18, 13, 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
All boys.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So I was with their mom for 18 and a half years. We got together in high school, and I told her back then, I was like, I think I like both. And she's like, yeah, like, okay, I think a lot of people do. But she's like, I want to have a family and kids. And I was like, yeah, same. And we were together, had a very normal marriage, had a very normal divorce, I would say, like just for normal reasons. And, after I had filed, I was like, maybe I want to explore a little bit of that. And I have the kids week on, week off. So my thought was, I can like dabble on the side, like when the kids aren't around, and just kind of, never thought I'd be in a relationship with a guy. And then I met Mark, and I was like, well, shit. And
So you found out that you were bi?
No, I always knew that I liked both, and I was attracted to both.
Oh, okay,
I just didn't think that I could be in a relationship with a guy.
Really?
Yeah, it was just some mental block that
sure.
I had. And then I met him, and I was like, and then being with him, I was like, oh, this feels very different. And so then it was time to tell the kids, and I told the oldest first, and he was 12 at the time. Mm-hmm. And his response, because, his mom and I raised the kids, all of the kids, to be very accepting. So when
well, good for you. Good on you.
When I told him, his response was, "Dad, are you just trying to be cool?" Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Well, that's a good, interesting. I mean, that's a decent response.
Yeah, and then his follow up was super sweet. He's like, "Dad, like we live in a very like rural part of town, and like there's a lot of people that might not be okay with it. So just like make sure that like you're always careful like about PDA." And I was like, "Dude, like your mom and I didn't do PDA, so like it's going to be fine." And he's like, "Okay." And then I told the middle, and that went really fine. he was adamant, like he wanted to meet Mark like very quick, and he did end up meeting him, and that was that funny story is Mark walks in the house, and all of a sudden the middle son comes up to me. He's like, Dad.
And he's 8 at the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
He has me bend over, and I'm like, what? He goes, which one do I call Dad? The very first time he met Mark.
Hey, I mean that's sweet though.
It's sweet, but it
He's
was
nice,
like
sweet,
oh,
like
gosh.
Oh,
he's like the kind-hearted, very giving, very supportive, very heartfelt.
Yeah. And then
love
the
him.
youngest never had a conversation with him. He was 5 at the time, and it seemed too young to have that. And as far as he knew, like he was like, oh, Dad's friend that's coming over to hang out. And for the longest time, Mark wouldn't spend the night, but the kids would beg, like, stay the night. And eventually that started to happen.
I was very respectful of the fact that the kids need time. They are processing that their mom and dad are not together. They are divorcing. It's not happening.
how long after the divorce did you guys meet?
Well, we met, she and I had been separated for 6 months at least. And then, so it was a month after I filed. So it wasn't final or anything at that point. But then he didn't meet the kids for a few more months. And which was sooner than what we expected. There were some reasons I don't want to go into.
Sure.
So there was reasons to tell the kids and all of that. And so we did. And then he ended up meeting the kids. And so the youngest, they never told him. And the kids also didn't see any PDA for a long time.
I'm weird like that.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, that was you? I thought that was going to be you.
It was mutual.
Okay.
I'm like, don't touch me in public.
What?
I am very much like, don't do
I would
that.
have never guessed that.
Yeah. No, he is.
I am what I am in the bedroom. Don't touch me in public.
Okay. Fair.
Yeah.
Fair. Fucking fair. That's
Yeah.
crazy, though. I would have never guessed.
Yeah.
So
kind of weird.
We took the kids one time to Schneff Farms. This is now months into the relationship, and he'd been spending the night for a while and all of that. And the kids went into their game room, and we were on the back porch, and so I like went and give him a kiss real quick. And I look up. Well, no, the sliding door comes flying open, and it's the youngest, and he goes, "FYI, I just saw all of that." And I was like, oh, shit. So I go inside. Of course, Mark's mortified. And I'm like, buddy, do you want to talk? Do you have any questions? And he goes, I don't really care what you do.
Oh. Yeah. Wow. Good job.
Yeah. So, like,
I mean, it's not, I mean, I'm assuming it was you and the ex-wife who, like, raised your kids. So,
Yeah.
Honestly, good job on both of you. And the fact that you guys have a good relationship.
yeah.
Too. So, I mean, I'm hoping you'll talk about that too, but keep going.
Yeah. No. So, like, that was basically it. Like, the coming out part with the kids was a non-event for the most part. Like,
It was probably more traumatic for me than it was for Kyle. Because I was like, oh my gosh, they're going to freak out.
I can imagine having that anxiety. Again, I've never been in that situation, but like they're your kids, and you know, like you raise them and stuff, and so like you know how they are, and then you're coming in and you're like, what do I do? How do I act? What do I say? Did I do something wrong? Like, and just like in general, like because you're a good person.
Yes, but at the same time, so I'm born and raised LDS. So
Okay.
yeah. So there are like I have my own like that guilt. Like there's a whole part that happens with that. So I don't want the kids to feel any sort of way for their upbringing. So I was like, we have to be very respectful, very smart with how we handle the situations. Kyle and his ex-wife both were like, yeah, we're all in it to be protective of the kids. You know what I mean? At school, one of the things that our oldest was like, I just don't want people to make fun of me because I have 2 gay dads. And it was also like, buddy, the more power you give it, the more it'll eat you alive. So meanwhile, back at the ranch, I'm over here.
But that kind of, it's true though. So
Yeah.
like, that's really funny.
I was like, who cares? They're just words. And I'm probably the least offended person you'll ever meet. Like, you could say anything to me and I don't care. Most of the time it goes over my head anyway, unless you do it out of anger. And then
Oh, and then all hell breaks loose.
the gate cartel will come out and I'll gouge your eyes out. But I tried explaining that to the oldest too. Like, if they're just being funny and whatever, go with it. I don't care if you make fun of us. Like, own it. Who cares? And so it took him a minute, but then, yeah, he just didn't care. He started like,
Well, over the last couple of years, he's not cared.
yeah.
Yeah, he's gotten to that point. Now, the two younger kids, because they were younger when it happened, it's less of an issue. And the youngest came home from school one day, and this is probably 2 years ago. No, 3 years ago.
Yeah, probably.
3 years ago, he comes home from school, and I'm like, hey, buddy, how was your day? And he's like, I had the best day today. And I was like, okay, why? And he's like, we talked about families today. And immediately I'm like, oh, fuck. What
Did you say?
Okay, where's this going? Buckle up.
Yeah.
And he goes, Dad, there's some kids in my class that their mom and dad are still married. Like, they haven't gotten a divorce or anything. So they've got one mom and one dad. And then there's some kids in my class that their parents got divorced. And so they have like a dad, a stepdad, a mom, and a stepmom. And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, I'm the only kid in my class with 3 dads, which means I'm winning.
Shit.
He's all hashtag winning.
Yeah, that's what he
That's
said.
really cute.
Yeah. So for him, it's a completely
Unfazed.
Wow. You guys are good.
So
You're good.
It worked out really well.
It does not work out that well most of the time. That's why I'm saying it. Like, I've got friends who, their parents, separated, and then like just bad upbringing, and then like not raised well.
Yeah.
And then the person coming in is not nice and sweet and caring, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, and I'm definitely like, I'm the mom of our house. So
No shit.
what? So
You don't think I would have realized that?
what's funny is the kids, like if they get sick or they come to my side of the bed.
Oh.
What's funny is Kyle's like, I love it. Well, I hate it, but I absolutely love it because everything is, hey, Marky, hey, Marky, hey, Marky. And Kyle's like, hello, boys, I'm sitting right here. Why do you always go to Mark? And I'm like, you need to ask your dad.
What was the answer? What's the answer that they give you? Like, oh, we like him better?
No.
Like,
Depends on what it is. Sometimes they think that he'll give more.
because they think they can push over.
He's more agreeable, but what's funny is he has stronger boundaries with them than I do.
Interesting.
And we have a thing where we back each other up 100%, which I think is important for all parents, any dynamic.
Yeah.
If the kids ask Mark, can we have ice cream tonight? They cannot come and ask me. And if Mark says no, I'm not going to say yes. And there's some days that they'll ask him, and I'm like, boy, did you mess up? Because if you would have asked me, I would have said yes. That sounded good. I wish we could get Dairy Queen, but Mark said no, and that's a no. Better luck
Good
tomorrow,
job. Good for you two.
But there's also the dynamic too where he's the disciplinarian. Mm-hmm. I am the boundary keeper.
Okay.
So it's funny. I never raise my voice. I am very like, that's super unfortunate. I'll need your phone now. Like,
oh shit.
That's
scary though.
that's what is.
I don't know. I would know. I would not like that at all.
Which is what's funny. I never have big reactions. So if Kyle's having a reaction and I feel like, okay, you're getting too loud or whatever, I just place my hand on his arm like, okay, that's
You won't
good.
ever tell me to stop or anything in front of the kids because then that's like,
Oh, that's good job.
Yeah.
I'm
Wait,
just
did you
like-
learn that in therapy or like did you just
My
do that?
mom and dad were that way. Like I grew up in a fairy tale like home. My mom and dad were,
Bring it closer to your mouth.
we never, ever saw my dad raise his voice to my mom. It was never
That's never do you
Yeah.
see that.
but it was like when they wanted to have a conversation, it was privately, never yelling, but it was like, okay, let's discuss. Why don't you want the kids to do that? Why is it okay that you want the kids to do that? And then it was just a discussion. So that's how I feel like that's normal parenting. I don't raise my voice, but I'm also very firm with, no, when I say I take your phone away for a month, you are not touching your effing phone for a whole month. I don't care how bad you want to take a picture or whatever.
You scare me.
Kyle's like, they just want to take a picture. We'll give it to them. And then they know, well, now I have it back in my possession.
Yeah.
It doesn't ever leave. It stays back in their possession.
It does become very inconvenient for the kids not to have their phones sometimes, like if they are grounded. So I'm like, I just kind of prefer them to have it back.
I am not that.
Yeah.
No, I just wow.
The purpose is to teach them and help them understand there are consequences for actions.
Yeah.
That's number one. But number two, it's like, what is a good discipline for you for doing something like this? They'll be like, well, maybe we should lose our phone, or maybe we should get grounded, or whatever. Okay, well, that's what you said you wanted, and then you went and did the thing that you said you wouldn't do. I'll go ahead and have that now. And it's just those expectations are already set. So if you're that's part of the other thing. Clear expectations create clear results. So when you're doing that, like you're rewarding good behavior by being like, hey, you did this, your grades are good, this is what you should have. This is what you're like, that's what we want to go. But then at the same time, you're also like, you don't want to do your homework? Bro, that affects your future, not mine. Because once you turn 18, I ain't paying your bills. Bye. So I'm just very clear with like, there's rules and we want to create and bring up quality
Young men, members of society.
I don't want a nuisance. I'm uninterested in a nuisance.
I just right before you, I interviewed Joshua Munoz, who created and it's so funny because what you just said. I want to I want to raise, like, I don't want to raise that kind of child. I want to raise a child with respect and discipline and like all of the things, all the attributes that, like, I mean, obviously you both embody that. So I'm saying this because he created, I'm going to butcher this because I just talked to him and I don't have it like locked in yet. But he had just started, not just started, but he, a professional karate, martial arts teacher turned spiritual guide, then combined all of those and is now teaching men. He calls it the Gentle Men's Dojo, and I have been preaching this for so long to, like, I want men to go somewhere to learn how to be real men.
Yeah.
And sorry. So the reason why I bring this up is because it's like what you just said. It's like, yes, no shit. Like, but why aren't, and to be honest with you, like, and this is the other part to it too, is that, like, you two are entrepreneurs who you go through the struggle, you understand what it looks like and feels like for the pain and the to endure and to, like, so, and to create boundaries and to find ways of doing certain things that most of the time, and there's nothing wrong with it, people who have 9 to 5s or not, whatever the everyday jobs, which people need them, and there's nothing wrong with them, they don't go through the struggles that both of you go through.
Well, they're just different. I'm not saying that.
Well, look, and
Yeah.
I'm saying you can be the nice person and say that, like, yes, and yes, there are difficulties in both areas. I'm not
Yeah.
saying that there aren't difficulties. Everyone has problems,
Right.
But you also have the time that most people don't have to invest in the children, and that to me is one of the most beautiful parts of entrepreneurship. I don't think I'm going to be a father, but if I was a father, I would want to be an entrepreneur to then show my children what it looks like to go through adversity, and also to show what it looks like and have the time to have them sit down right with me and show them the conversations and the problems and the solutions. And that's what I love about both of you, is that with the dynamic that you guys are talking about, this freaking thing is killing me. The gold that's like that you're not saying, that most people don't understand, but entrepreneurs would, is that you two have this beautiful opportunity to have this time that most people don't have, because some fathers, some mothers, some fathers and mothers, and some people who, they're just not there. Not
They're
because
just D, all of the above.
yeah, right. They just, it's not that they don't want to be there for their children. My parents worked their fucking asses off to give me a roof over, but my mother, duty aide turned teacher, my father, like a accountant, and then this and then that, like, and to then buy the house that we lived in, that we grew up in. So like, it's not that they didn't want to be there,
Right.
but they didn't have the time. And so because you two have built this entrepreneurial lifestyle, I just think it's beautiful, and I'm trying to give you guys the flowers that you two deserve, that you can then give your children the time that most people don't give because they can't. And therefore, the boundaries that you've learned from business, like the different skills that you've learned from not just business, but working in your relationships, and it just, I just wanted to give that to you.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
They watch us with a lot of things that we do, even though like our phones go from early in the morning until late at night. When we sit down with dinner with them, our phones are put away so that we can like be present and talk to them and
Ask about their days and what their struggles are or their wins are.
Yeah, and they get excited about doing all of that stuff with us now. We did help them start their own little business so that they could really understand, like, at a very basic level. So we have right now 30 chickens, and so we get a lot of eggs. And so the kids were like, we don't know what to do with them. So I was like, go out there. And, I helped them kind of make their like first little flyer, and they went and they knocked on doors, introduced themselves and said, hey, we have chickens, we'll deliver eggs, a dozen eggs to your house. Just text this number or call.
This is so cute.
So then what they do is they sell the eggs throughout the month. All of the money that they bring in goes into one like envelope. And then if we have to buy chicken feed or something like that, or cartons.
Oh my God, you're showing them how to invest back in the business.
So
and a P&L.
Yeah, we show.
Oh my God, you guys are so cute. I
So-
love this.
Yeah, so we're like, this was your gross sales. These were your expenses for the month. So these were your net profits. You guys get to split it, and so then they take
That's
that
so
money.
fucking smart.
And they have like a little envelope with their money in it.
And their
So-
profit is what they get to spend.
But they have little envelopes with their cash in it. And if they want to go get something extra, or then it's like, hey, can I have $100? I want to go shopping. Okay, so we'll pull it out, put a date, minus $100. And then it's like, hey,
And
this
they're
is what your
balancing
total
their.
is.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Little
that's
ledger.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you two are really good dads.
Thank you.
we try.
Holy shit.
I mean,
You guys should start another business where you teach dads. It's a joke, but it's probably not, because I know him now.
no, I don't have the time.
Okay. No, but really, like, what you do is so needed. Like,
Well, they don't teach that in school. They don't teach.
That's what I'm saying.
And
Yeah.
that's what people need. Kids don't go, like, I remember when I was a kid, we learned and maybe it was junior high or high school, and you learned how to write a check.
Yeah.
But that was it.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't teach you how to balance a checkbook.
No.
They don't teach you how to budget or do all of the, like, none of those life skills are taught in school. So it's like, okay, well, as a parent, I also am very much like, and
Put the mic.
so, but I will say all four of us, all four of the parents, we are all very much want the kids to learn the value of hard work. What does it take to get to where we are? They are successful in what they do. We are successful in what we do. And combined, it's a pretty little life.
Yeah.
But the children, which I do call corn, I call all children corn. But the children, they all see what we do to get to this point. And we've also said, but we aren't doing all of that for you once you're older. Like, we want you to learn how to work hard so that you work for this. We aren't working this hard to support you your whole life. You are going to do that for yourself and for your little family, and you'll keep on going.
And we point out to them too, like when we went to Costa Rica and we rented a beach house for a week and all of that, we said all of this was paid for from the weddings and like even their work. And they've had to make sacrifices with us having events at the house,
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
you know? And so we're like, this is, you know, we get an amazing family experience now. Like we exchanged some of that time so that now we can do this as a family.
If you don't,
I'm my jaw is just
you have to have balance.
I'm amazed by both of you. So two things. One, where we got to cut it off. I want a part two. The first part is we need a part two. Second part is I'm gonna get you a lav mic for the next time we do this, so that way it'll just be like right there.
I'm not very good at holding things
No,
this
it's
close.
no.
Bro.
Sure, we're not even
We're not on.
off camera.
Are we live anymore? Or
I have
not?
no idea, to be honest with you. I usually go check. It cuts off at like 40 or 50 minutes if I don't tend to it. Like I put something in the chat. Anyway, I want to, in the next 3 minutes, I just want to say I'm very grateful for both of you. You two were one of the first people, if not the first people, that I called after you had seen the TikTok of me asking for me to interview people for the podcast. Not only that, but then I was able to call you again and then learn more about you, Mark, and a little more about you, Kyle, and every time I get to talk to you, I'm just very grateful. You two have so much wisdom, and I want to learn from you with the limited time that I have. There's not many people that I say that about, and I'm looking at the camera, so to be historically correct here.
That's how you know he's serious.
Yeah, there's not a lot of people I want to learn from. You know what I mean? I'd rather go through my own fucking problems. But for you two, I would be very honored to learn from both of you. From the event space to the business space to the relationship space, both of you have done so much. And in my opinion, you both are very young, and you have so much life ahead of you, wealth and in all of the senses. Ahead of you, and I'm just very grateful to I consider you a friend, both of you.
Same.
And I believe you,
Yeah.
because you gave me a gift for my birthday, and that was the sweetest. See, and now I'm gonna cry, and I'm trying not to cry right now. It means a lot to me. I don't have that many people, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to build a community because from what you said is what I believe and what I do is if you help enough people get what they want, what you want comes automatically.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been helping so many people for so long, and I've been getting, how do I say it respectfully? I've been getting
The shaft.
Thank you, the shaft. That was good. And then finally this year I said, no, I'm going to build something for myself. And in that, I am going to do whatever it takes. And that means doing things for free. That means building relationships. That means learning new things and teaching and coaching and being coachable and teachable as well. And losing that egotistical mindset that I did have. And because of all of that, I was able to meet both of you. And I really, and I say this, like I pray that we stay friends, but I know we're going to be friends.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't know what it looks like, but I want to be your friend, do business with you, and help you in any way that I possibly can. I don't even know if I can, but I hope I can because I want to be there.
Hey, it's the effort we put into the relationship.
It's about to die too.
I know.
Yeah.
I was like, oh
There you
my, I hear it.
Well, finish your sentence so it doesn't.
It's the effort that we both put into it. It flourishes or it diminishes. So we both need to put forth the effort. We want to support you, help you grow as an individual, a businessman, all of those things, just as much as you want to do that for us. So we're excited.
We haven't even talked about what we want to do with Queens of the Creek because that's
I
our
know.
our new thing.
And
That'll be
part two.
Yeah.
Dude, I seriously thank you both of you. I couldn't
Thank
say
you.
it enough, and I'm now I'm crying, so I'm gonna end it now. My name is Joshua Coates, and your overnight success story. This has been the Baby J Show. Real quick, the Queens of the Creek, Kyle and Mark.
That's it.
Tell them where to find you, Instagram and TikTok, real quick.
So Instagram is the Cedar House AZ. TikTok is Queens of the Creek.
Yep.
Beautiful.
That's it.
Okay, love you guys. Bye.
Bye.